Hi and welcome to Allegro Enterprises. My name is Makhosazane Luthuli. I'm the director of the organization, and today I'm proud to host the Budget Buster mini-series for 2022-2023 fiscal year. My guest today is Mwendabai Kalaluka. Mwendabai is a leading business consultant, academic, and managing consultant of the practice IABC here in Johannesburg. Hi Mwendabai, it's good to have you.
Hi Makhosazane, nice to be with you today.
Thank you for coming and for unpacking this budget with us. I'm really looking forward to this mini-series.
Thank you.
All right, let's shift gears a little bit and get into specific taxes. Firstly, the fuel levy. The fuel levy hasn't been increased, and I'm curious as to what your thoughts are on this.
Yes, that came to a relief to South Africans, to be honest, because the expectation was that it was going to go up like it has in the past few years. And the government has used it quite effectively in raising revenue. But now I think here was the catch, the challenge that the government had in realizing that the cost of fuel has significantly gone up.
Yeah,
I think the last increase almost took us to just over 20 rands per litre. And the honest truth is, the people in this country cannot afford any further increases in the petrol prices. So the government actually didn't have much choice there. They had to work out some mechanism to stabilize the cost of petrol.
I guess the challenge is then, I mean, certainly we appreciate that there wasn't an increase from a tax perspective, but that doesn't change the fact that there would still be a price increase in the market.
Yes. Now that you mentioned that, this is, I think, something that no one anticipated. But remember, the price of fuel is has got a couple of variables to it. Obviously, the petrol levy being one of them, the fuel levy being one of them, but the other is the crude price, which is globally driven and therefore is not entirely within our control. And I think, I'm not sure, I doubt even the minister anticipated when drawing up the budget that the conflict which is now developing in Europe. I don't think anyone foresaw that, the Ukraine-Russia conflict. And what that is likely to do is it's likely to cause a major setback in terms of the crude prices on the global market. So if your crude prices go up, then inevitably your petrol or your fuel price will still go up, despite the fuel levy.
Yeah, and I mean, I think also then the exchange rate would come into play as well. If there's global instability, appetite for investing in emerging markets.
Definitely.
What is the price of a dollar? And we can see where this trade is going.
No, definitely. So that exchange rate is also another variable that might throw some spanners in the work in terms of your fuel price.
Sure. Okay. So perhaps we need to just breathe a sigh of relief for the fuel levy, but bear in mind that there would be other factors that would drive the cost of fuel.
Definitely.
And the cost of fuel then impacts everything. Inflation, general inflation, and now we're in a cycle of rising interest rates. So I think businesses are going to be in for a bit of a ride, a rough ride in this next sort of 12 to 18 months.
I fully agree. Not only businesses, the consumer as well, the households, everyone is under severe pressure. Your cost of living just keeps going up. And like we are talking about the fuel levy and the cost of fuel, that's one of the major determinants in your inflation. Not only does it play a role in your inflation of basic consumer goods, but in your production as well. So the impact is going to be major.
And I suppose with these rising costs, then we come to the next tax I wanted to discuss, which is sin taxes, because we're saying consumers are under pressure, but the sin industry, is that really under pressure?